Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
It's a big spicy meatball.
Hello, Governor. Hello, Governor. Hello, Governor. Hello, Governor. Hello, Governor.
Bang is a man.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
I like a spicy meatball, huh?
Hello, Governor. Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor. Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Footy. You're listening to the Dollop on the All Things Comedy Network. This is an American history podcast where each week I read a story from American history to a goober.
Gareth Reynolds, who has no idea what the topic is going to be about. Well, actually, I do. It's going to be about Bill Clinton, and this is part 2. And our guest is the great James Adomian. James, do you have any dates to promote, plug?
Yes, I do.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
One of them might have already happened. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, at the Columbus Comedy Festival this weekend, September 6th and 7th. And then I'm doing the alternative show at JFL Toronto.
Oh, great.
September 18th, 19th, and 20th.
That's fucking great.
I didn't know that was still going on. That's very exciting.
It's back. It's back.
Okay, one thing I will say about the Clintons is I didn't know that they were just dorks when I was younger. Like when they were in office, I didn't realize that all these people are mostly
See, when I
dorks.
saw
Like
Hillary,
weird social weirdos.
when I saw Hillary looked like a dork to me. Bill looked like, it's exactly what it ended up being. Bill looked like he fucked, and she looked like she was like a bookworm.
Well, one time I stumbled into the wrong kind of dungeon, and it was a D&D dungeon when I was governor. And the dungeon master, it was the 12-sided die that led me to Triangulation and the Third Way.
Yeah.
There was wizards and orcs, and you had to make neither one of them happy.
All right, so Bill has won the presidency April 4th, 1992.
You know, each one of those balloons I fucked afterwards.
The one of her looking at the balloon and being like, that was 2000.
That's her.
That's her in 2016, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but what James is addressing is that was not the first time she saw a balloon.
Yeah, and looked surprised.
Even
by
though
balloons.
it looked like she had self-lobotomized when she saw that balloon.
We had so many condoms coming into the governor's mansion in Arkansas that we used to have to disguise them at public events and major holidays.
Bill, what is this? We're celebrating.
Yeah, we would just blow up the condoms and then we would deflate them and use them later on.
All right, so
her balloon reaction is
it's amazing.
Top 5 political moment in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh!
So Bill gets in office, immediately has to face the fact that he can't really fulfill his campaign promises.
And he won with like 39% of the vote or something.
Yeah, because it was split between
It's a three-way race.
And both were 96 pro ran again.
But did he not do a sort of Obama-y thing where he gets in and then he just starts stacking his cabinet with the Wall Streeties and
it's a little
wasn't
different.
Robert Reich like
Robert Reich is straight out of Wall Street. I think Goldman Sachs is where he was. Yeah.
And then he gets
He definitely had a collection of Wall Streety guys.
But yeah, he did that Democrat thing where he runs. Yeah, go ahead.
This was also back in the day when Congress was like always Democratic. So he came in.
Yeah, right.
He came into a Democratic Congress, of course, because it was always going to be that way.
Yeah.
Congress, the House has been in Democratic hands since 1955.
That is fucking crazy.
When people now think that Congress naturally switches every couple of it's a midterm,
right,
so it's going to flip.
Yeah, right.
That didn't happen until Bill destroyed it.
That's exciting.
Okay, so he immediately has to face that he can't fulfill his campaign promises, and one big reason, the biggest reason, is that the budget deficit is a lot larger than everyone thought. His advisors are shocked at his lack of understanding of government processes. Instead of cutting taxes for the middle class and investing $60 billion on things like childcare and education, he's going to have to make sacrifices.
Well, that part I knew going in. We're going to have to say one thing and then deliver something else, if anything at all.
That's
and
right.
guess what? It's probably going to be blood plasma and more Walmarts.
So Haiti is going through this terrible violence and upheaval, and Bill had promised to allow refugees to come here. And Haitians hear this, and there's an estimated 100,000 Haitians coming. So that's going to cost a lot of money.
Whoopsie.
So he reverses his position, and people are like, well, you broke your fucking promise. So he changes it, just adjusts a little bit to say he's supporting political refugees, not economic refugees.
A great thing about a promise is that it is a living document. I remember that when Jean-Bertrand Aristide was taken out in a U.S.-backed coup, and Clinton went in. Clinton went in and was like, "We're going to take him out of power to protect him."
We've done some great stuff. Like, I think the country that's gotten the worst of America by far is Haiti.
Has to be.
I don't think there's
And
anyone
and
close
isn't
to
it all? I mean, it's all birthed from the fact that at one point they decided they were. They were the most done. And America was like, that's
they
a
had
lesson.
they had a slave revolution.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean. Yeah,
So you
they
can't
were
have
sort of-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a very ugly, centuries-long punishment campaign
Yep.
that the French passed off to the Americans.
That's right. They still owe France like so much money, and it's just like, just fucking forgive it, man. What are you doing?
Who does?
Haiti.
It's fucking amazing to be.
France made
You
them-
actually have to pay the tab at some point.
Yeah,
We've been quite good to you.
they made them pay an impossible debt for the value of the slaves that
Yeah.
they had lost.
I mean, it's shocking. Truly.
Okay.
You're
So
welcome.
Haitians are now being stopped by the Navy and turned back. As far as allowing gays in the military,
Guess what?
he now says there should actually be limits. Quote, I don't want to see soldiers holding hands or dancing at military
That's
posts.
fucking crazy.
Because that's what would happen. Because when
100%.
A straight couple in the Navy are at a military post, you often see them dancing or holding hands.
yep.
So obviously gay guys are going to do the same thing.
Right. Well, what I know of gays, well, I know that they're never competition after hours. And I know that whenever there's a police chase in a movie, an action movie, that they go through a gay bar during one of the scenes, and they're always dancing at their posts.
They are.
But he also thinks that sexual orientation shouldn't be a basis for discrimination. So it's
even
really
just hearing
complicated.
it is the
It's
most
just bullshit. Why was-
democratic
Yes.
policy of mouth marbly bullshit jargon.
Yes.
Well, I think someone
It's
like
the I didn't inhale of like military yeah.
So Franklin Roosevelt, I think, made a great mistake in fighting hard for something that he believed in.
It killed him.
So they had a very tense meeting with the Joint Chiefs of Staff who rejected it. Marine Commandant Carl Mundy said the military considered all gays to be inherently guilty of moral depravity and were worried about troop morale.
Yeah, and keeping it in the closet really fuels the way we do things.
Yeah.
Mr. President, we're not prepared to have San Diego come out of the closet. San Diego is the unofficial gay bar of this country, and it is closeted.
San Diego's America's gay bar.
The military's.
So Colin Powell comes up with a great idea. If people haven't listened to the Colin Powell episode, he's a fucking horrifying human being. He said the military should just not ask people if they are gay. Senator Sam Nunn threatened to hold up the Family and Medical Leave Act over it. Democratic Senator Robert Byrd, Klanman,
Robert Byrd?
yeah, he's a Klanman, He was a Klan
He
guy
was
back
an
in the
old,
day.
white-haired Democrat.
Oldest.
He
He
was
was
like
an old, populist, right-wing Democrat.
Yeah.
Gays are invented.
He said gays in the military was a cause of the fall of the Roman Empire, and it would lead to gay marriage.
I
and
was
gay,
there.
Gay Boy Scouts.
And gay Boy Scouts, the cannons will shoot confetti. The village people.
I read a couple of chapters of the only book on Rome that anybody ever gets signs, written by a notorious Catholic. And they blame it not on the currency or trade or endless war, but on the gays.
Bill still signed the "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" law. Soldiers could not
That goes
be.
for women I've sexually assaulted. That's a policy.
Don't ask, don't
Don't
tell.
ask, and if they do, I shut the fuck up.
You won't be asked, and you should not tell.
Do not say a word.
Soldiers could not be openly gay, but they couldn't be asked if they were. A compromise that left everybody unhappy.
It's so fucking
Everybody's
weird.
unhappy. That's the thing about all these things that this
right.
version of the
it's where
Democratic
polling
Party
leads
does.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this version of the Democratic Party, you can go through every single issue that they've compromised on since '92, and the whole thing is like, yeah, no one likes it. Everyone's unhappy.
Yeah.
So Alan Greenspan, head of the Federal Reserve, told Bill radical spending cuts were needed to slow interest rates, or it would end in financial catastrophe.
Uh-oh.
Staff are looking for $140 billion in cuts. So out goes his promise to cut the middle class taxes. He still wants his child care and education plans. Then he spoke. He goes on TV and said he tried to avoid raising taxes, but was unsuccessful, and the speech bombs. And the stock market goes down 83 points.
83.
Yeah, not that much, but for then it's like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Remember when the stock market would just go down that little bit and everyone would freak out? And now it's like,
1,400 points a day, and we're like, all right.
So Bill is hating being the most protected man in the country. He called the White House, quote, the crown jewel of the penitentiary system.
I mean, it's so bad they ought to take my plasma.
Denmark is a prison.
It's like a chastity belt.
He drove the Secret Service crazy. He hated telling them where he was going and what he was going to do.
Mr. Clinton, please stop ordering poontang from the chef. Send up little poontang.
Right? So that's the reason a guy like this would hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's always on the make, and now
Yeah.
he's not on the make because there's always Secret Service around
Fucking
him.
crazy. Awful. Hell.
They've arranged it for 200 years at this point. They're like, there are tunnels everywhere, sir.
Once he quickly decided to go for a jog, so Secret Service agents had to jog with him in suits and dress shoes.
I remember that became a thing where he would go on these jogs with his Secret Service agent.
Yeah.
So they had to start having two security details, one in suits and one in sweats in case he went for a jog.
Well, fuck. I mean, how great is it to get on the sweat detail?
I know, right?
Yeah. So rare, too.
He got very annoyed when he couldn't stop his motorcade on a whim.
Oh, pull over.
That one, her.
That's a 9. Pull over. We got a 9.
Woman!
Invite her to my room. Ask her if she wants her neck kissed, and then she could kiss my pecker.
Yelling, quote, why can't I do what I want?
You're the president. What the fuck are you talking? I mean, it's called public service. Man.
Bill and Hillary had an antagonistic relationship with the White House residential staff.
I completely forgot about her.
She'll be around.
I forgot.
Many of the staff were ardent Bush supporters and could be rude to the Clintons.
That's fucking awesome.
And they would gossip about the Clintons. And word of Clinton's screaming matches spread. Once Bill had a small scratch on his face, and the rumor was Hillary did it because Bill let Barbra Streisand spend the night.
Wow.
There was always a rumor that they're having an affair.
Well,
wow.
you remember there's one side of her face that's the side that she lets the photos be taken on. And that's not the side you want to finish on.
Oh, shit.
There's a completely unrelated Streisand effect that I'm very familiar with.
Bill also had a very antagonistic relationship with the press that just got worse over time. They were hard on him more than other presidents.
Well, he's also a liar. I mean,
Yeah.
So he's like, where's this coming from? Don't interview those women.
Press calls weren't answered, and the White House often chose to tell news to local press instead of the press corps. So his aides had to deal with a president who stayed up late and then would wake up grumpy and then couldn't stay on schedule. Clinton Standard Time is what it was called, CST. It's a money and time suck. And police are on standby. Roads are closed. Crowds and venues are waiting.
We have the motorcade route blocked off, sir. And you're.
Can we go
Can you get in the shower?
Can we go to Buffalo Wild Wings?
I'm clipping my toenails. Junior employees were told not to look Bill in the eyes or he'd start chatting and waste time.
I mean, he's kind of like...
Wow. The opposite of the Jim Carrey asshole thing where it's like, don't talk to me because I am important.
Evander Holyfield, same thing. When I did extra on Saturday Night Live, he made us all turn around and face the wall when he walked by. Don't look him in the eye.
But there's the opposite of don't look him in the eye because he will talk to you too much.
Yes.
That's what I mean. It's very strange that he has this weird, sad power to make you feel... He's like a weird Medusa. Like, he makes you feel like you're the only person in the room, and that is kind of a high for him.
Can you imagine 200 million people who think they're the only person in the room?
Get closer to your TV.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But he's still...
He's the president.
He still has his temper tantrums, which are then followed by apologies, jokes, and hugs. And once he had 5 people fired and rehired in the same week.
This is a lot like a dysfunctional bar.
It is.
Everybody's getting paid in cash.
He's very ambivalent about decision making.
That's good, though.
He took the longest of any modern president to fill a Supreme Court vacancy. He wanted Mario Cuomo.
Oh, my God.
Who passed.
Oh, not away.
And then he reluctantly was like, okay, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. But then an aide was like, Mario's on the phone. Or no, Mario wants to do it, but he wants you to call him. So then Bill went to call him. But before he did, the aide was like, no, he called back and said he doesn't want it. So it's just like chaos.
Well, just promise me you'll do this job till you die.
So he doesn't want Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but he does.
6.
I'm just scared she'll stay in office till she's dead.
Well, if Cuomo, well, come on. There's got to be someone if it can't be Cuomo before her. Is Ed Koch is available?
Here's what I like. Cuomo's name has cum in it, and Koch can be pronounced cock.
He announced
Morton Downey.
Arsenio Hall, for God's sake.
He announces her nomination to the press and watches her speak with tears in his eyes. When a reporter asked about his zigzagging decision-making process, an angry Bill said, quote, "How could you ask a question like that after a statement she just made is beyond me. Thank you. Goodbye." And
Trump.
left. And Ginsburg just stood there awkwardly.
Oh, man. But that sort, I mean, again, it's always so funny to see, like, the machinations of where it ends. But that's such a Trumpy sort of like, how dare you insult the moment.
Yeah. The view of Bill as a wishy-washy president was becoming an issue. He wanted to hear everyone's opinion on an issue and could easily change his mind. And pundits started calling him a failed president. Time ran a story on Bill and called him the incredible shrinking president. I don't remember this part at all.
I'd crossed 250 at this point, too. For a shrinking president, I sure had a lot of X's on that T-shirt side.
Loaded.
Childhood friend Vincent Foster was a deputy White House counsel. He's brilliant. He's a close friend of Hillary, but not experienced with D.C. political life. And it's fucking hard. He also dealt with Bill and Hillary's personal legal issues. So papers would make the occasional comments about him, and he said the damage was irreparable. And he started having panic attacks. and he wanted to quit, but he was scared that he would be humiliated going back to Arkansas. And then Hillary was also treating him like an employee instead of a friend. He starts having marriage problems. He's anxiety, depression, and then he drives to a park like 15 minutes away from the White House and kills himself.
It's amazing to hear how he's actually just someone with emotions and sensitivities is really what the thing is. And they were just like, well, just bury that all deep inside you. Yeah. Go pork a 9.
He's having a real fucking hard time.
This is a parade of sociopathology.
What are you doing?
How did you get in? How are you still
Vince,
here?
I'm worried about you.
Now, even though Hillary is very...
We know what really happened, Dave.
Yeah, that's right.
We know what really happened, Dave.
The lizard people.
He was dragged to the park.
Even though she's very upset, Hillary knew there could be personal legal info in Foster's office and doesn't want the Justice Department to have it.
What an amazing...
So this is... And we know this now because we've watched it over decades, but Hillary has a real problem with privacy. Like, no, you can't know.
Yeah.
And she has been attacked, but also she doesn't see the problems it's going to cause with what she's doing. You know what I mean?
Right. Clear out the files.
If there's nothing illegal in there,
Yeah.
and it's best for you to let it
Be transparent.
be transparent because this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably something illegal.
Counterpoint.
There's a reason those files came with us to the district and were not left in Little Rock.
So papers. Oh, sorry. She spoke with the White House counsel Bernard Nussbaum, and over angry objections from the Justice Department, Nussbaum demanded to go through the office first and decide what would go to justice and what wouldn't. One of those was a file labeled Whitewater, which he gave to the Clintons' personal lawyer. So the Justice Department and the Parks Department both rule Foster's death a suicide. But conservatives start yelling, who killed Vince Foster?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they did rummage through his files.
They did. Like it's very...
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's like very... Like a guy... In their mind, they're just like, we know him. He killed himself. It's fucking sad. But in everyone else's mind, they're like, a dead guy. There's a body and files missing. Like, that's all it is. God damn. So they rule it a suicide. Conservatives they have who killed Vince Foster bumper stickers. Immediately. Bumper stickers.
Yeah.
You know, the right-wing propaganda machine now manifests mostly in podcasts.
Yes.
Yeah, what's up? I'm a 5 a.m. bro guy. Let me tell you about alphas and betas. And I'm not... Somehow I'm stumbling onto tops and bottoms, but... we talk about alpha and beta men. But back then, like, for the technology... They were quick. They were well funded.
They were.
They had the bumper stickers immediately. It was out on Rush
and it's
Limbaugh.
Effective, yeah.
And newspapers. They owned half the newspapers back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was. They just like it was. Yeah, it was like Rush. When Rush started, it was just like a shit throwing contest because he had like that 4-hour block a day where he was just kind of testing out new material.
Yeah. So Russia's telling millions of people that the Clintons are lying about Foster's
Vince
death.
Foster.
Vince Foster, ladies and gentlemen. Rush Limbaugh.
Feeling deaf, pounding OxyContin.
My career has really been resuscitated by the liberal regime of Bill Clinton.
So Newt Gingrich starts pushing for an investigation. Short conspiracy films are made about the Clintons systematically murdering scores of people.
What's also amazing during this time is that their party, aside from Gingrich, is run by a full-on pedophile. Right?
Who?
Isn't Dennis Hastert?
We haven't gotten to him. He's not running the party.
Coming up.
Oh, he's not.
No.
Oh.
Well, you just blew that exciting tidbit coming later.
I like that you do know things.
He does know. He knows all his pedophiles.
Oh, yeah. I'm big into the pedophiles. My heroes.
A congressman who is the chairman of the House Government Reform and Oversight Committee conducted his own ballistic tests in his backyard and reported on his findings on the House floor.
Wait, what do you mean?
Not a suicide.
Yeah. Now we got half a bottle of wild turkey out here, and I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna blow my own hand off to make a point right here in the backyard, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, you can only imagine, right? He probably had like a melon and like a gun, and he's like redid it, and he's like, "There's no way that happened."
I'm a Native American shaman here to also, if there's enough smoke, then Vince Vaughn, there is a Vince Vaughn fire here. Vince Foster and Vince Vaughn.
Oh, fuck. They've always been crazy.
Rain dancer thoughts.
After 3 months of working on it, Bill finally realizes he can't have the deficit and investments in education at the same time.
Jesus Christ.
And he yelled, quote,
So guess-
"We are losing our soul. It's turning into a Wall Street plan." Nothing for the people who elected him.
Who's he saying that to? He's saying that in
just his
he's
staff.
crying in the White House.
It's a Wall Street plan. I feel
Yay!
so betrayed by tying myself to them and telling them in private fundraisers that I would obey them, and now they're running the show.
Who could say this coming?
But he's got Alan Greenspan there, and I don't know if Larry Summers is there yet, but he's brought in Wall Street guys who are saying the deficit's a problem. So, and if you believe them, then you've already, because they've already framed the narrative, and now you're going with it.
And it worked. I mean, the deficit shit has worked so incredibly
always
well as far
It's just
as like
amazing.
being a talking point or whatever.
So a biographer said Bill always ends up agreeing with the deficit-obsessed experts. Venom between the parties increases. Republicans want no new spending, and Bill wouldn't cut expanding the earned income tax credit and tripled it. Now, like you said, Democrats, I think, or maybe the Republicans controlled the Senate at this point.
Not till 95.
So he still has the Senate
If it's before the midterms, yeah.
he definitely has the House.
He has the Senate too.
He does have the Senate.
Well, that doesn't really matter, though.
But
There's
he's
lots of Republicans that have the veto power. What do you
no,
call it?
it's the conservative, it's the blue dog type Democrats.
There's always a problem, and if it's not them, it'll be the parliamentarian.
filibuster power. I guess you
Yeah.
So the House passes their version, and the one thing his red line is he's not going to cut the earned income tax credit that he wants to give, increasing it. Mm-hmm. So the House passes their version, and the Senate passes theirs, and then they need to be reconciled. So now Democrats are dragging their feet, and Bill gets on the phone with Democratic Senator Robert Kerry. I think he's from Nebraska, but he's a conservative Dem. Who is he's a no vote. He's like, I'm not going to vote for this.
Back before all those guys got flipped over into Republicans.
The Republicans, yeah. Bill, quote, "If you want to bring this presidency down, go ahead. I took on the most difficult problem the country faced, and suddenly I'm regretting it. I wish I hadn't done it." Kerry, quote, "I really resent the argument that somehow I'm responsible for your presidency surviving." And Bill yelled, "Fuck you! If that's what you want, go do it!" and slammed down the phone.
Nice.
It's called winning people over.
Ah.
So they got Warren Buffett
It's a great start.
to call Kerry. Buffett's from Nebraska, right?
Yeah.
That's probably why. So they got
So
Warren
as long
Buffett.
as it's a Wall Street game.
So they get Buffett to call Kerry, and then Kerry flips his vote.
Wow. That's awesome. Good for us.
Is it awesome?
Yeah, it's awesome. That's our system working. That's the system in action.
And this spending bill passes with a tie-breaking vote from Gore. Raises taxes on the wealthiest, funded free vaccine for poor kids, and expanded the earned income tax credit, which is fucking nothing.
Almost nothing.
It's fucking nothing.
Yep. It was. I remember living through that where it was like,
We've done it. A means-tested, partial, cosmetic benefit to your dad's sister.
Hey, here's what's going to happen. 2-year-old poor kids aren't going to die of croup. God damn it. The North American Trade Agreement, Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, has already been negotiated by H.W. Bush, but is not ratified. So,
Well, we've got to support that because it's against the U.S. economy.
this is the really crazy thing about their thinking. So Bill is worried about passing it because a big Democratic voting bloc, Labor, don't want to lose all their jobs.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I can't believe it. I did not know it was ratified by George Bush.
I don't know.
Had it ratified.
No, Bush didn't have it ratified.
Oh.
It's not ratified.
But it's his
yet.
plan.
It's been negotiated.
Right.
We've already lost Detroit. How much more can we afford to lose?
How about if we Detroit America?
Environmentalists are also opposed to it.
Okay.
And advisors said he would alienate Dems if he pushes NAFTA through.
It sounds like all upside.
And then Treasury Secretary Lloyd Benson slammed his fist down and said Bill needed to fight for NAFTA for the good of the United States.
So that's how you wield power in the Clinton administration.
Wow.
Is you slam your
Whoa,
face
hold
or
on.
the phone.
Look at Lloyd. Hold on a minute. Can anyone punch a bigger hole in this table? That's unbelievable. It's like Thor's hammer.
Al Gore was also for it. and
Mr. President, I knew Jack Kennedy. I served with Jack Kennedy.
How
Jack
big was
Kennedy
his cock? How big was it?
And he wanted NAFTA.
I shook his hand.
So Bill agrees. They truly believe. This is where I got to go back to their stupid.
Yeah.
They truly believe that free trade is a cure-all and is going to unleash the economy and everybody will be working. Sure, some will lose their jobs, but then we're all going to have jobs.
It's very AI-ish in a way. It's
Yes.
like maybe a less like fully diluted AI, but there is this sort of like thinking where they're like, yeah, you will lose. Like even hearing Elon,
That's why I keep saying the word education, because I'm not saying the word job. There's not going to be as many
Yeah.
of them, but we're going to have education. So then
smarter.
later on, if you're not the member of your family that dies of depression and addiction because you've lost your job, then you'll get a lower paying job. We'll never discuss that part, how the new jobs are always a little bit lower paying than the old jobs.
Why would you want to work for Ford when you can work for Jack in the Box?
why don't you code? Everybody code.
Oh, shit. So it looks like it's not going to pass. And then Gore, without Bill's permission,
I'll handle this.
offers to debate anti-NAFTA Ross Perot on Larry King Live.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That is awesome.
I don't want to be the face of this.
Mr. President, I will handle this.
And
Now hold on there. Now hold on there. Now hold on. Now give me a second. I want a little ladder. I want a little ladder if I'm going to debate him anywhere. You understand?
Rio Grande is turning into Grand Rio.
Uh-huh.
dueling Perots.
Now hold on.
So
Also, everyone was Southern. Like everybody was Southern.
Yeah.
I guess still that you turn the TV on, it would always be like, I disagree with it.
No, it was more prevalent to be Southern. Yeah. I mean, even Al Gore. Now, hold on.
Now I'm a more dignified.
I'm
I live in
rich. I own the
I'm the
plantation.
boombox that's running out of batteries.
I'm like the man that many of you hate, except I don't have as much sex.
Now hold on a minute there.
But I stand for an equally low amount of things.
I sound like if Ross Perot was running out of battery charge.
I sound like if my wife is fighting Twisted Sister.
That's right.
One of the best things ever. Maybe I'll do a dollop about that.
Now wait a minute. That sister ain't twisted enough.
The Energizer Bunny, he keeps going and going and going, but if this NAFTA passes, he ain't going to go.
He ain't gonna have enough battery.
That giant sucking sound. Okay. Gore.
Ross Perot was right about all that, by the way.
He was
I know,
100%
he's
right.
completely right.
100% right.
But the entire news media.
Well, but to
Was
be fair,
pro-NAFTA.
But to be fair, how could you get through to what Ross Perot was saying?
Right. Well, I think very similar to Alex Jones. if somebody crazy is saying the right thing, they're like, oh, put the microphone on him.
Yeah. Right.
To discredit it.
Now, wait a minute.
So Gore crushes him in the debate. He said NAFTA would create more jobs than it would cost, and he attacked Pro because he had dealings with Mexico.
One time.
And after the Larry King live episode,
Mr. Perot, your response?
Pro's
Now, wait a minute.
popularity just nosedives. I mean, he kills Perot. And the new...
Put me in a tiny casket and put me underground. 2 feet, not 6. I'm coming back. There will be a full moon and you will see my tiny fist pop out of that circle.
The Terminator has nothing.
But
I am immortal.
New Dems really believe that free trade is going to solve most of the problems. I mean, that's what they think.
That is again where I do get caught up.
They are dumb.
I think nefarious, not fully stupid.
I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think their corruption leads them to be stupid.
Okay.
I think the large plan has been put in motion already, by Reagan, but then they're like, let's keep looting the country.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill Clinton is, at this point, just doing...
He's doing
NAFTA
Reagan.
is Reagan. This is
Right,
all
right.
Reagan
Yep.
now.
Well, they're all Reagan.
So then he gets a victory with the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act, which creates a federal background check and waiting period on handguns.
Yep.
The next month, NAFTA passes the House.
Good. I look good. It doesn't do much, but we look good.
It's a version of bump stocks.
The next month, NAFTA passes the House. Less than half of Democrats vote for it.
Wow.
A congresswoman said Bill, quote, abandoned the real core of the Democratic Party and represents Wall Street, not Main Street.
Wow.
NAFTA, of course, would hollow out factories for years. Perot was right.
What did I tell you?
But Bill has 2 big wins, right? They're like, he won.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The president,
Sure.
no matter what the legislation is, he won.
Yeah.
Conservatives kept Whitewater alive. Advisors told the Clintons...
They were not grateful that he passed their Reagan-Bush trade plan.
That is the other thing.
They weren't like, this guy's great. They're like, thank you, and we're still going to keep trying to
Well,
get
they're
you out of
like,
office.
now we'll go further to the right and say that you're not right enough.
They always think that they're going to get Republicans, and Republicans just hate them more.
Yeah. They do that. They've lost that war.
It's been going on forever.
For 40 years.
It's crazy to
where they're
watch.
like, yeah, they just did that with the border.
Yeah, exactly. They just, yeah. And, yeah. So they're keeping Whitewater alive, obviously. They're right. Advisors told the Clintons to release their financial records to calm it down. And Bill was okay with it, but Hillary's like, absolutely not. We're not releasing our records. Quote, these are my papers. They belong to me. I could throw them in the Potomac River if I wanted to.
Wow, that's so weird.
When the Whitewater records were eventually released, a long time down the road, they showed nothing illegal.
Wow.
There was nothing in them.
I love that that quote lives up there with all the great first ladies of history. Eleanor Roosevelt, Mimi Eisenhower. If they're my goddamn... there's probably... That's
We
what
will
she really
take
said.
care
They're
of
my
everyone.
fucking cunt-faced papers. I will throw them in the goddamn river, bitch boy.
I mean, it's the same thing as when she had all those fucking emails on her
Yeah,
server at home. It's
right.
it's this crazy paranoia.
Yeah. Well,
When-
she also knows that they will make something out of so little, but you'd rather that than...
But they're going to
do it either... Right, yes.
They'll make something out of little.
Yes.
Never give them a void.
Yes.
They will fill it.
Yes, right.
Don't give them a void.
Give them... Yes.
That we've seen 1,000,000 times. All it showed was that she made a killing in commodities in 1979, turning 1,000 into 100,000 in cattle futures. Some thought she was worried that the files would lead to speculation of an affair between Bill and McDougal's wife, which is like...
Like such a...
Well, of course, that
that's
was
such
in there.
that's such a bullshit excuse. Also, like,
Yeah.
he's had affairs with everybody. Who
We
gives
cannot
a shit?
let people know that I might have strayed.
We
Imagine.
have a a document that before we go into business that has it's a boilerplate document that says I will be having an affair, and then there's a blank space to fill in.
And there's 8 lines under it. It's got petition spacing.
And the rumors of his affairs are now fucking rampant. State troopers,
Which is such a fucking turn on, by the way.
that's my kink.
That is so hot.
Arkansas state troopers are now coming forward with tons of stories. Bill's staff wants him to start an investigation into Whitewater to end it, and Hillary refuses, saying nothing. It's nothing. It shouldn't be an investigation. And when Stephanopoulos pushed for it, she broke into tears. And Bill he goes to his advisors and he goes, "Can you please convince her?" And one said it was, quote, "the biggest fucking waste of time."
I wonder if there was any water coming out of those tears.
Can you imagine would you, if someone assigned you the job, hey, could you please go convince Hillary Clinton of something?
That is the dream. That is the dream role for Dave.
My favorite Hillary story is her assistant, Una, who was married to Weiner.
Yeah, Huma Abedin or whatever.
And I know this from an insider. They sat Hillary down and they said, "You have to cut her loose because he is going to fuck up somehow. He's going to come in and fuck this." If she
After his scandal or before?
I think it's after his first one,
scandal,
before his second one. Right?
And they sat her down and they said, because her campaign's going on, and like this is going to blow up.
Carlos Danger.
She's a fucking nightmare, and she either has to cut him loose or you have to cut her loose. And she's like, "Nope, I've been friends with her. I'm sticking with her," and that's the thing. And then remember at the end of like September, that's what's got the Comey files released and all that shit. It was Weiner. He fucking came back. And all those people were just like, yeah, this is fucking obvious. Anyhow.
How did Anthony Weiner manage to have a wiener that embarrassed Hillary Clinton more than her husband?
It's like Bill was like, "He's a fucking threat. That guy's a pervert."
He's got pictures of it. I never take pictures.
By the way, nice pecker, though. Game, respect, game.
So we have troops in Somalia as part of a UN mission. And after a raid in which we killed a bunch of elders in this warlord's clan, a couple months later, his men downed 2 U.S. Black Hawk helicopters that kill soldiers, dragging bodies to the streets of Mogadishu.
93, 94, yeah.
Worst losses in one battle since Vietnam. Bill to an aide, quote, "When people kill us, they should be killed in greater numbers."
I mean, it would take you a minute if you heard the president say, but
it's been a long time since that beard. It's been a long time since the Paul McCartney look, and no longer am I never inhaling. Now it's time for me to not exhale.
Well, he wants to do a big offensive, send in tanks and troops, but the Pentagon and Congress resist. And he compromises. There's a surge of troops, but then they pull out quickly after.
You got to.
A week later, U.S. advisors and engineers are going to Haiti for the UN, and they're forced into a retreat by a mob throwing rocks and chanting, quote, "We are going to turn this into another Somalia."
Oh, well, that's a little much.
So Bill now adds new restrictions to peacekeeping operations. So the answer to all that is reel in peacekeeping.
Right. Now we are no longer going to keep any peace. We will find what the oil company position is in any conflict, and we will guard the pipelines.
There you go. January 1994, Bill's mother dies. He's pretty out of it. He's upset. And he wants to get it over with, so he asks Attorney General Janet Reno to appoint a special prosecutor for Whitewater.
Huh, okay. That's his reaction to his mother's death?
Well, he just doesn't want to deal with the fucking...
Whitewater.
He doesn't want to deal with the bullshit. He's just like...
He sort of loses it.
He's taking up too much fucking time, and he's like, why am I waiting for Hillary when this could just be dealt with?
All right. Also, they have invented a vagina you can carry around in your pocket. You heard about this? This thing's awesome. Pocket pussy, they call it. Have you heard about it? Investigate Whitewater.
So everyone's for it except White House lawyer Nussbaum, who thought it was a bad move. He said Republicans would not stop at Whitewater. Quote, they will chase you, your family, and your friends through the presidency and beyond. He was right. Republican prosecutor Robert Fisk is picked, and he, a couple months later, submits an interim report saying Foster was a suicide. There's no proof of wrongdoing by the Clintons, and Republicans flip out, and they want him fired.
Right.
So he's gone. Lawyer and Bush administration veteran Kenneth Starr, who's a conservative.
Oh, shit. That's right.
Never been a prosecutor of any kind. He is selected.
It came out of this shit.
Kenneth Starr,
Oh, fuck.
our favorite.
I forgot.
So now you've got the Justice Department, the Parks Police Force, and an independent prosecutor all saying, yeah, nothing going on here. And they still go for more.
Right.
Bill told Congress he would veto any health care reform that does not guarantee private health insurance for every American.
It's crazy.
What's the difference between that sentence and saying private any health care for
More words.
insurance? It wasn't health care for every American. It was health insurance.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he set the reality of that.
Yeah.
Health care, you guys are going to love this.
I'm a wizard of the Overton window. And I just slammed it shut on your fingers.
And nobody will fix those unless you have health insurance.
Now, health care for all began with the presidential primary campaigns of 1988 when Jesse Jackson ran on universal health care, single payer for all.
When he's Rainbow Coalition.
Rainbow Coalition, and that's what got Bernie Sanders
Yeah.
up on Jesse Jackson's team.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Look,
The,
I will do my best to get Vermont on your side.
The biggest.
I delivered Vermont for Jesse Jackson in 1988.
oh, fuck. The Dobbs brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. How about that? Have you
love it.
succeeded online?
Yes, I have, thanks to Squarespace. My website is one of the top 5 most trafficked websites in the history of
In the history
books of
your websites?
of the website that we're sort of, they're, yeah, exactly. Yep.
Because of Squarespace.
Because Squarespace makes it easy to build your business, your brand. They're there for you. They do it all. It looks great. It's easy, but also you got a partner. And I mean it in many ways. They have
20. Okay, they have 24/7 customer support.
They love when you call.
They got all the businesses services you need.
Dave, they're going to help you with videos. They help you come up with what what is the best name for your website. SEO tools. Frank's there. SEO tools.
That's true.
You know what SEO tools are?
Well,
Search
Gareth,
engine optimization, baby.
that's right.
Search engine optimization.
So you show up more often on search engines, and then you bring in more, customers.
More traffic, and they're going to help you build
traffic.
merch. There's video
Merch.
content. They got it all.
Look, you can make smarter decisions with Squarespace's intuitive built-in analytics tool. Review website traffic. You can learn where to focus on engagement. You can track revenue from bookings and invoices and product sales. It's this all happening in one place, Gareth.
Yeah, I know. You don't need to
Squarespace.
tell me. More like
We,
Square
of course,
Place.
we have all of our our websites with the Squarespace business operation, as it's called.
Yep.
So here's what we're saying. We're saying go to squarespace.com/dollop for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code dollop to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/dollop for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code dollop to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Yeah.
Gareth, we are also brought to you by Mint Mobile.
Oh, baby.
Gareth, when you put something off, like they could save you a lot of money, and you just put it off, You just procrastinate, which is what I did when I heard about Mint Mobile the first time, and I put it off. And man, I could have saved a lot of money.
I know.
And they have their best deal of the year that's ending soon. Mint Mobile, best deal of the year, so you shouldn't put it off. 50% off. 50% off. Unlimited premium wireless for new customers. 50% off. It saves you money. The service is great.
Yep.
People think that they have to spend more to get the service. You get just as good service.
Sure.
You're not missing out on anything. You're getting good service.
Why don't you chill out?
You can cut your wireless bill down to $15 a month when you switch. It comes with high-speed data, unlimited talk, text
Keep your phone
text
number.
on the biggest 5G network in the country. Yep, keep your phone. Although I'm going to make you give up your phone, Gareth.
I know. I was going to say I get your.
This
phone.
has nothing to do with Mint Mobile.
I know.
You give up your phone.
You get from my cold dead hand, buddy.
But you got to hurry because this deal ends September 22nd, so that's not too far away. I use it. You guys should use it too. Gareth uses it.
Thank you.
Gareth should also keep using it. I'm taking your phone away.
Yeah. Well. Okay. We'll talk off air a little bit about that part.
And like I said, it's quality. We drive around the country, so we know what quality is.
Yeah.
And we use it, and it's great. So quit stalling and start saving when you make the switch. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/dollop. That's mintmobile.com/dollop. Upfront payments of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Yeah, Mint, fresh in your phone.
Gareth, we are also brought to you by Hims. Sexual health.
Bow now.
Look, a lot of people, you get the ED, as we're calling it in the business.
Sure.
And it's not great. No one enjoys it.
Nope.
It's not fun to have.
Nope.
It's not fun to be on the other end of.
Nope.
When you want it to be just E.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
So there's no reason to just let that be a thing. Like you can get help for it now.
Yep.
The days of when you had to sit around in a forest staring at it are gone.
Yeah. No more of that. No more yelling at it. Stop yelling at it.
Now it's time to just have E all the time.
Yeah.
You got hard mints from Hims, SexRx Plus climate control if prescribed.
Climax control, I think you mean. Yeah, because the climate
Climate
control
control
that's your
different.
thermostat. So
Yeah.
this is actually going to work with the climax control. So it's let's say you're wrapping the show up before the crowd is sitting down.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
This
This is
helps.
going to help you with that.
Hims offers access to ED treatments ranging from hard mints to trusted generics. They cost 95% less than brand names if prescribed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good.
And of course, I'm saying if prescribed because they set you up with an online doctor. You don't have to go to a doctor's office.
No, and they're not sending it in a
doctor.
big box that says like, "Hey, keep it up." That's not how nobody's going to know.
Now I'll send that to you. That's a different
Thank you.
thing.
Thank you.
So yeah, this isn't one size fits all care that forgets that you're, sitting in the waiting room and it's your health. These are your goals, what you want to do. Real medical providers are going to help you out. Make sure you get what you need and you get the results you need. Like I said, don't just sit on this and make it a thing that festers.
Yeah,
You can
let
take
them
care
sit
of the
on
stuff
this.
now.
Let
it's
them
a
sit
bummer
on
to
it.
have. Every dude goes
They'll
through
do
it.
the
And Gareth
sitting.
has a lot.
They'll do the sitting.
To get simple online access to personalized, affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/dollop. That's hims.com/dollop for your free online visit. hims.com/dollop. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Yeah.
So the Democratic establishment is very against it. They called it too radical. But it mobilized the base. So the base is all fired up and the party's against it, if you can imagine that. The DLC are very against it. So in 92, Clinton just takes Jackson's campaign slogan, putting people first, and called for universal coverage.
Universal coverage.
The Financial Times quote, Clinton has borrowed extensively from Jesse Jackson in 1988. He sounds like a Swedish social democrat. But Bill
New
didn't
York Times
want...
said that like it was a bad thing.
No, the Financial Times.
The Financial Times.
Of course, it's
also
Financial
said it like a
Times.
bad thing. Yeah.
But Bill doesn't want single payer.
We're the Rainbow Corporation.
He wants what is called managed care competition.
Now think
He
about
wants
it.
Obamacare.
Well, that's a bit lofty.
It's a little bit worse. Insurance companies having control over healthcare providers and all doctors in HMOs.
Oh,
health maintenance
everything in
organizations.
HMO.
Basically, the free market is going to solve healthcare. That's what they're setting it up for the free market to solve it. Now,
Right.
problems with the free market solving healthcare. Patients don't.
There are some?
Patients don't determine the cost or price of medical services.
Is that an issue?
Patients have very little choice.
Yeah, you can't boycott a doctor in any way that works.
Yeah.
Employers mostly choose the plans.
But you know their heart's in the right place.
The market does not exist in the healthcare sector. To make money, health insurance companies have to discriminate heavily against heavy care users.
Right.
So the White House said managed care would work if there was regulation, but also never said who would regulate it.
Oh, my God. I mean, it's perfectly Democrat.
Insurance companies and large employers want managed care.
Yeah.
Healthcare companies, labor unions, and social movements do not want managed care because it's anti-person.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's anti-human.
Right. Anti-health.
And so Hillary is put in charge of healthcare reform. Bill always said you get two presidents for the price of one. And I remember this whole thing as people were like flipping out about how can they put her in charge? And he's like, she's really fucking smart, which she is very smart.
Sure.
But she's
But
not
she's also a Clinton.
She's a very bad politician.
And he's
Well,
like,
she's-
I think we're going to lose this one, so we need a smart person in charge of it.
Also, it gets her out of the White House a lot, which is fucking awesome.
You can be down on the hill, honey.
Yeah, baby, go down there for a long time. Don't come back till you figured it out.
So she creates a task force. There are no lefties on this task force. So Jesse Jackson and the leader of the biggest healthcare workers union meet with Hillary, and she says, okay, they can have someone on the task force.
Wow.
Their pick was ostracized. Quote, I had the feeling I was in the White House as a token. Unions get 200,000 signatures for single payer, so Bill tells the task force they have to do something.
Kill workers. Explode factory workers.
They end up putting in one sentence that allows states to choose single payer if they want.
The public option.
If they want.
And they do, for sure.
Yeah,
State by state. Look, Confederate states can have Confederate rules. And Canadian states can have the good stuff.
But remember, this was birthed out of a people's movement, Jesse Jackson's
Yeah.
people's movement.
Yep.
But they never try to mobilize people to support reform because the people don't support an alliance with the healthcare industry. That's
Right.
actually what they're against. So there's all this dialogue between business executives, the White House, and insurance companies. Like that's who's doing all the talking
Right.
to create a healthcare plan.
Excuse me, the people? Quiet.
They're not talking to the people. They're not talking to Congress. And once it's done, health insurance companies are against it because they have to put in some regulation.
Yeah,
So
I know
there's-
we wrote this for you, but we still don't like it.
Crazy.
So they literally came up with a healthcare plan that nobody wanted. Remember when we said that earlier?
Yep.
Nobody wanted it. It was a loser.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something I learned about triangulation from Pythagoras. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. But if it's labor and business, you're going to square those and plus them together. That's not always going to equal C squared.
Okay.
There's variables at play here.
So Hillary was told by different people the only way, from the beginning, the only way to pass healthcare reform is to frame it as a battle between the people and corporations.
Yep.
And she acted as if those people did not understand how politics works.
Well,
She also
there you go.
had to stroke the egos of Congress, but she didn't. Some, like John Dingell, like the healthcare guys in Congress, the guys who are like, we got to do healthcare stuff. John Dingell, he sends word that the plan he's hearing about sounds like chaos, basically saying, hey, tell me what's going on. And they don't. Others thought the White House didn't understand the legislative process. The main rep in Congress, who is considered the intellectual father of managed competition plan, was completely ignored. A memo was sent, quote, he could be a problem, particularly in the press, if we don't get him to at least feel we are considering his opinions.
Who is this?
Sure enough, he became an outspoken guy against. And when the plan is released, ready to be released in September of 1993, Dems in Congress tell Bill they hadn't seen the plan. They don't know anything about it. There is literally no one to support it.
It's really good. You're gonna freak out.
Yeah. You like foreign films?
Yeah.
A lot of them too. They're obscure, but you're gonna get a real kick out of it if you can read the subtitles.
Congress doesn't support it because they ignored the progressives and all of Congress. So the progressives don't support it because it's a shitty plan. The centrists don't support it because nobody talked to them and they don't know and they couldn't get anything that they wanted. So when healthcare companies fought against it and they did a big blitz against it, they won easily because they failed in building it up. And now the narrative was, well, we tried to pass healthcare reform, but the healthcare companies came out so strongly. And it's like, no, you fucked up. And there was, again, a void.
Yeah.
And what filled the void? The
Worse.
bad guys.
Did they have those? They had an ad campaign where there was a husband and wife at
Yes.
the breakfast table.
Yes.
That was like, I don't like how this is going to be expensive.
Yes.
And you could just put out any ad like that, and it's true in the 90s, it's true today, where it's like, well, I represent an obviously funded, billionaire-funded fake person that has, what do you know, pro-corporate opinions at my breakfast table. And most people go like, oh, it looks like somebody I know in my life.
Yeah.
That's what they do with the props, too. Every time the props roll out, it's like some woman in a kitchen, and she's like, unfortunately, though, it's going to raise the price of watermelon. And I can't afford that right now.
And I can't afford that right
And you're
now.
just like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's so obvious.
We're a watermelon family.
Yeah.
But then
And then it says right down at the bottom what's going on.
But they're like we're not targeting the people who see how dumb the ad is.
Yeah.
We're targeting people who go like, oh, an ad said something.
And it works. It's
I
pretty
agree.
good. And at least most of them get across the line.
But if you're
Brought to you by Coke Industries.
if your unions are fighting for it, if
Your
your
unions are
if
farting
you're
for it?
fighting for it, if your social groups are fighting for it, if your Democratic congressmen are on board,
Yeah.
well, now you have a fight.
Yep.
But instead, you don't have any of that.
No.
It was
Quintessentially Democrat.
It's like Holyfield fighting a 5-year-old.
it was like Hillary personally herself versus the
100%.
healthcare industry.
And the fact that she said to those other people who described exactly how you should do it that they don't know politics is exactly what's wrong with the party right now.
And she had pre-compromised and given them everything they wanted.
Pre-compromise.
And so I guess they thought a lot of the times, oh, we'll compromise and then they'll appreciate it.
Yeah, right.
With no one forward, the only voices came from the right. Right-wing radio hosts told listeners to find Hillary and tell her what you think. She was told...
We're recommending that you track her down and tell her what you think.
Blow dart Hillary and tag her.
She was told to wear a bulletproof vest to public appearances. Now, Bill's advisors are like, you know what? You got to back off that veto promise. That's what's causing everyone to go crazy. It's the veto thing. You said you'd veto it if it's not 100% coverage. And so he gives a speech, and he said maybe I'll agree to 95% coverage. And when he gets off the stage, Hillary calls him, quote, "What the fuck are you doing up there? You get back here right away." The next day, he backed off the 95% comment.
Wow.
Healthcare reform died weeks ahead of the midterms, and hundreds of thousands of people died. Hundreds of thousands of people died because of this.
Oh, fuck me. It's so classic.
And the crazy thing about the Clintons and doing research on them is I remember everything, and I remember everything very clearly because of a political junkie. And when I watch now, I watch history being rewritten as they run for office or do this thing or do that thing. Their history is always being rewritten by people.
The Clintons' history.
When Hillary runs, there was a big blitz in the media of how she would be great for healthcare reform,
Right, because she was
she
associated,
tried
right.
and she knew the guys to fight.
Yeah.
She did her best, and those big bad guys took her out. And it's like, no, she fucked up.
Yeah.
Horrifically.
Well, and
fucked
then
up.
what you were saying earlier, James, like the fact that they were running away from McGovern, like that scared. So then it really is. Then the Clintons do this, and then the Democrats forever replicate what the Clintons did because Clinton is, because of that, he is looked back on by centrists or whatever, the people who buy the bills are going to go up. Bullshit. They are revered as a great political family.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, most people still believe that.
Yeah.
People have a "What would Jesus do" bracelet. I have a "What would McGovern do and don't do it" bracelet.
Which is tough because I'm in government and I love McDonald's.
And that's usually, stopping a war or helping the people.
Well, that was when you said that thing about Somalia too, when he has a right-wing mentality when it comes to the retaliation for Somalia. That I also wonder. I'm like, is that who he is, or is he again an empty vessel who just tries to get ahead of the right-wing thinking?
I think he's always trying to get out of the right-wing thinking.
So it is. It's like, which is, honestly,
wrong,
potentially worse, really.
So he can go to the debate stage and be like,
Yeah.
Why do we even need a Republican president?
Yep.
I am doing the work of a Republican president.
And yet the Republican president then is a fucking psycho who's like, look at this lefty loon.
Yeah, if a Democrat is taking up the space of where Republicans were and winning, then Republicans have to go further right.
Yeah,
to
and they
carve
just
out
refuse
a
to fight
place.
that battle. Instead, they lose, and then they just go, well, I mean, she was just so left.
"Yep,
Good
she
Lord.
was so far
She
left."
was so left
Far
that
left.
it's just we can't do that. Now
Communists, they
and
were
then
communists.
Bill Maher is just like, we need sensible centrists.
So several congressional committees are looking into Whitewater. The Senate Special Whitewater Committee, chaired by a Republican, had hearings for 11 months.
Jesus Christ.
Stars,
No health care, though.
Yeah, Starr's team charged the McDougalls and the Arkansas governor, Jim Tucker, with fraud. James McDougal had a mental breakdown, and his savings and loan went bust and needed a $50 million bailout, and Bill's opponents said he forced that on taxpayers. Suspicion grew, but Starr could find no Clinton crimes. Starr's investigation was wrapping up, finding no wrongdoing by the Clintons.
Oh, what a relief.
In April
Turn the page.
In April 94, the Hutu genocide of the Tutsi began in Rwanda. Yep. And as it unfolded, the White House was completely silent. Bodies literally piling up in the streets, and they wouldn't call it a genocide. The State Department said more research was needed.
We're not sure.
The UN Security Council voted to pull most soldiers out, and the U.S. didn't consider peacekeeping forces. In July, we sent troops, but just for security in refugee camps. Bill, quote, "From the beginning of this tragedy, the U.S. has been in the forefront of the international community's response."
Tragedy is a great word to use when you refuse to use the word genocide.
Honestly.
And you can plug it into different regions throughout world history.
Let's play the genocide hokey pokey again.
Whether
It's a tragedy.
Rwanda, Armenia, Palestine. It's a tragedy.
Nobody
it's
wants
not that other thing.
Nobody wants that.
It is true that the U.S. was on the forefront of the international community response
Thank
because
you.
there was no response.
Right. Exactly.
So
Bingo.
we did lead that.
That's the sweet spot, idiot.
It was shocking. Yeah, I would expect the
It was-
ruling powers to have gone. In hindsight, I would expect them to be like, "Oh, we can use this to get involved and take over
Right?
the country or something." They didn't even do that.
Right.
It was so
Yeah.
shocking to live through. You were just like, what? Even it's one of those things where you have a low respect for people. You don't think much of them. And then they do this and you're just like, my God, they're so much more craven and awful than I thought.
And that happened, like, that just truly happens in every fucking administration where you're just like, where the fuck are you on this?
I mean,
And they.
because it was, I mean, it was really gruesome.
Yeah, that
it was
it was
machetes and
crazy.
shit.
It was crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here.
We call it a synergide.
waves of desperate Haitians continued to be turned back.
Are you political or economic? Let's have a look. Talk to us.
Are you coming here because you can't afford to eat, or does someone not like you?
We're going to do this voice style, so I'll have a chair spun around.
Oh,
You
you know
pitch.
what? Your plea worked. I spun around.
All right, let's. Wow, I did not expect you to look like that. I might have to reconsider.
Have you considered that you're lucky you're not Tootsie? Bill considered an armed intervention, but the U.S. public absolutely does not want that.
The polling told them that.
Well, a lot of the best things that I didn't do were because the polls were like, nope. If I had been a leader,
I'd be FDR if I'm not careful.
I would have jumped straight to the FDR wartime presidency.
How bad was
I mean,
that?
he's just like he could see a rape in a bar happening and be like, "Do people think I should stop? You guys think I should stop this?"
Well,
Or
I don't
what?"
know. I don't know if that would be his perfect scenario. He'd be like,
Well, maybe
"Hey,
not.
brother,
Why am
way
I
to
doing
go.
this?
Let me know if you're tuckered out."
The Congressional Black Caucus wants intervention, so he changes his policy of immediately returning refugees. So they're not going to stop them in the boats and make them go back. So that leads to waves of refugees seeking asylum, and he sends them all to Guantanamo.
Fuck me with that fucking word. God damn it. Jesus
There's
Christ.
capacity there?
No.
No.
They are in rudimentary barracks, garbage bags over windows. Some are sleeping outside, inedible food, at times spoiled, at times filled with maggots. They don't have enough blankets. I mean, I remember reading about this, and it was just like, what in the fuck are you doing? And black people in this country screaming like, what is going
Now,
on?
someday a president's going to come along and promise to close that place.
The U.S. tries to get other nations to take the refugees.
How
But
are
for
you?
some reason,
He's just
hey,
calling Finland. How you been? Well, I'll tell you what. I was just sitting here the other day thinking, I have not talked to you in quite some time.
Can I interest you?
Oh, man.
Fortunately, every country is like, I'm sorry, we're racist.
I watched The Sound of Music the other day. You seen that? Man, you got some nice prairies out there. Spacious. Oh, that was Austria. Well, either way.
Fuck. Gore got Bill to set a date for an invasion. So he's finally like, you have to invade.
Mr.
Set a
President.
date.
Al Gore
Al Gore.
Yep.
got him to agree to
Al Gore's
invade Haiti.
Everything everybody says about Gore when they're like, this shit wouldn't have happened when, if Gore was in office instead of Bush. I really ask you to read about Al Gore from, say, like 85 to 99, and then tell me that.
Right. We would have an American allied principe of the entire Caribbean.
So Bill goes on TV and tells the junta who were in charge, quote, leave now or we will force you from power. Now, Jimmy Carter comes in and offers to go to Haiti and negotiate.
Oh,
because,
this
of
fucking
course,
guy.
Jimmy Carter was having phone calls with the junta leaders for
fucking
weeks.
guy. This motherfucker.
Of course he's been who's been talking to him?
Now, I understand that you have a faith in the Lord, as I do as well. And I currently have my study Bible open to Deuteronomy 4:6.
Also, can I interest you in some peanuts?
So Carter goes
Will.
with Colin Powell and Senator Nunn.
Oh, just like a nice summer trip. Boys trip.
Take one more. Let's do silly faces.
But it's not going well. Negotiations are not going anywhere.
What
and
the fuck?
the deadline.
Colin Powell is like, this guy won't stop eating his peanuts.
Oh, man. Do you mind if I throw the shells on the ground of the plane?
Sam Nunn is just drinking in the pool.
And Colin
I'm pissing.
Powell's just trying to figure out a war crime to cover.
Well, that's what would have happened.
Yes. So Bill sends the planes as the deadline passes, and once the junta hears the planes are in the air, they quickly agree and to leave, and Bill gets to tell the American public that war has been averted. But everyone gives credit to Carter.
Right.
Wow.
So Bill promises to get tough on crime, and
It's just so fucking
Well,
stupid.
I think that all these adventures have been a little bit too far to the left here in my first year in office. I don't want to be known as the left-wing guy.
All right.
We have to do a little bit in the other swinging direction of the pendulum.
By the way, not sex crimes.
he signs the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act of 1994, mostly written by Senator Joe Biden, with help from the National Association of Police Organizations. It is the most wide-ranging federal crime legislation passed in U.S. history. Support was higher among black people than whites. Black pastors had lobbied for it because crack was devastating black communities. The act became a tool to mass incarcerate people, disproportionately young black men, for longer time periods. States got billions to build more prisons. The Bennon Center of Justice, quote, for a period, new prisons opened every 15 days on average.
Oh my fucking God. Oh, my arm is tired from all this ribbon cutting. Look at us.
Well, look, there's a silver lining here, or should I call it a crimson lining? We are going to have so much blood plasma.
Oh, my Lord.
Canada,
Oh,
hey,
my
Trudeau, are you on the line?
Where did it come from? Don't worry about it.
Here come the
It's
blood.
absolutely pure.
Is this? I don't know. I know, for example, the last 20 years at least, the U.S. has a prison population that's the largest in the world, besides some very small, strange countries. But of all the big countries and all the developed countries, by far,
it's not even
and I believe in raw numbers and per capita more than China.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But was this the case before that, or did the crime bill take us up?
This took it.
So the crime bill is what?
Look, we finally beat China at something.
I mean, it wasn't great. We were probably leading before, but this made it go fucking astronomical.
Well, and this is also the governor's mansion, 13th Amendment, loophole, free labor.
I am always surprised. I guess I shouldn't be. There's no good guys with any budget. No one ever makes a political issue of how we have the most prisoners in the world.
No, they don't.
No, you're only supposed to know that if you read too much, and no one else is supposed to know about that.
Well, it's because it's like scary. I mean, that is the United States economy is so fickle and fragile, and that is a large component.
That should be an easy campaign slogan.
think
I
so?
think we should have fewer people in jail per capita than China does.
Yeah, see what they say.
Or even
the scary authoritarian China that you're all worried about.
Maybe even the head count. Maybe we should have fewer people in prison than a country 4 times as large as us.
So, between NAFTA and the healthcare bill,
things are good.
it killed off the Democratic majority in the House, which Dems have controlled since 1955.
All right.
Those who want to save Bill's reputation always blame the gun control bill. But the exact same number of Republicans voted in 1990 as in 1994.
Well, that's
The-
a problem.
The difference is Democrats stayed home.
Mm-hmm.
Labor, right? The people who wanted health care, they fucking stayed home because of failure. And that empowered the right and demoralized the left. And that became known as the Republican Revolution.
The contract with America.
And it became then,
Newt Gingrich.
and then it became the Chuck Schumer plan of we go get Republicans now.
I mean, that's what Bill's plan was. But,
Yeah, right.
But
I heard
Democrats, and now it's different because there's fewer Democrats than Republicans because they've fucked up so bad. But Democrats always lost because fewer Democrats came out. It was never more Republicans. It was always, do they show
There's
up or
a
not?
ceiling of Republican support, and that's why over the decades of my life, the Republican strategy has solidified around let's try to make sure nobody goes out and votes.
Yes.
Yeah,
'Cause
gerrymandering.
If it's low turnout, the Republicans win.
Yeah.
Whether that's done by being unpopular Democrats or if it's a legal thing,
Yeah.
illegally stopping people
Absolutely.
from voting.
yeah.
They're like, either way, as long as it's fewer of them, we're going to win.
Yeah.
So NAFTA and healthcare empowered the right.
is actually quite
demoralized the left.
depressing, I'm
Yeah,
finding.
it is. This was called the Republican Revolution. Bill, quote, I set up Congress for failure. He retreated into his own head and he went very quiet, and his passivity alarmed staff.
Man, I'm dying to shoot a load.
You ever see the guy that makes you feel like you're the only person in the world, and then he doesn't have much to say to you that week?
That's tough.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't even look myself in the eyes.
Maybe I need a little pity myself.
I mean,
So he starts speaking more and more with his old aide, Dick Morris.
Now, Dick,
how you been?
now your advice is always that I should go to the right.
So what should I do?
I've been doing that
I've
already.
been doing that a lot.
Yeah.
It's weird that a Republican would tell him to go to the right, isn't it? So most in Bill's orbit saw Morris as a bit of a sleazeball, but Bill depended on him for his next moves. And his involvement was kept a complete secret because Morris was a Republican who worked for Republicans. And he was given a code name, Charlie, by those who knew about him.
Wow.
Charlie don't surf.
Stephanopoulos said he was, quote,
You know I dodged the draft during Vietnam because I didn't understand the fireworks I was stepping on with that one. He's called Charlie.
Stephanopoulos said he was, quote, a small sausage of a man who looked like a B-movie mob lawyer.
Jesus Christ.
People said he had
Finally, a
absolutely
quote.
no...
When is Stephanopoulos' Vegas stand-up show?
Honestly,
I want to see his roast show.
This was when Dennis Miller was writing for me.
Other people said he had absolutely no morals. So Republican Newt Gingrich, the new Speaker of the House, called
Contract with America.
Dems,
I always
quote,
sound like I have a small rodent that I've halfway devoured into my throat.
I mean, talk about a piece of shit. That guy's like amazing. So he calls Dem, quote, the enemy of normal Americans with no concept of family.
and
Yeah.
whatever.
Is there
it's not
even,
worth
is there
it,
even a
but-
point to go into
No,
why?
it really isn't. It really isn't. But the
Family.
idea that this guy is
He was having a well-known affair
Yes.
with his now current wife.
Yeah.
She was an employee of the whatever.
yeah. On his wife's deathbed,
On
he's
his
like,
wife's
I
deathbed.
found better gotch.
A congressman.
And I'm doing you a favor not pulling the plug. I want to keep you
I
playing.
want you to be alive for this.
And he told his wife that he was leaving her because the lady he's having an affair with
Yeah, it was-
said that she would let him fuck whoever he wants if they're married.
You understand? Can she hear me, Doctor?
Because who doesn't
She'll
want
let
to fuck?
me finish in anyone. Do you understand? Can she hear?
Who doesn't want to bang Newt Gingrich?
oh,
I mean,
beautiful. Yeah, a human
Well,
cushion.
I knelt there next to the bed and gave her a chance to recant her position, and she didn't. And
She just kept,
she was unable to do anything.
yeah.
and
She
so
she just kept cancering.
so
Yeah, it's cancer culture.
So, a congressman, quote, Gingrich persuaded the Republicans that venom was the way to succeed. He blamed Democrats for Woody Allen's creepy relationship with his stepdaughter and falsely accused a high-ranking Dem of being a pedophile.
Well, I mean,
Which guy was this?
I don't even
making
remember.
the
I forgot-
accusation.
I forgot to look it up. I don't know who he called it. Bill started to get himself together for the State of the Union and relied on Morris. And they wrote the speech to win over.
1995 January State of the Union, I guess.
They wrote the speech to win over white guys who thought they were not paid enough and convinced Bill was coming for their guns. And it worked. He got almost 100 applause breaks. 100
oh my
applause
God.
breaks.
We are here in a world that will not tolerate crime from people who are not white.
Yay! 21-year-old intern Monica Lewinsky started at the White House. When she met Bill, he gave her, quote, the full Bill Clinton. It feels as if you're the only person standing there. His legendary charm. Even Gingrich said, quote, I've got a problem. I get in these meetings, and as a person, I like the president. I melt when I'm around him. After I'm out, I need 2 hours to detoxify.
What?
My people are nervous about me going there because of the way I deal with
Get him under the blanket. Get him some electrolytes. Get him under the blanket. Give him a scone. Newt. Come back. Newt.
He makes my tiny pecker clink clank around like a metal clitoris.
I was so aroused I had to go to my dying ex-wife and tell her.
He stroked my arm so thoroughly I handed him the other arm.
How are you? Well, we fucked. Oh, that took a wild turn.
Look, now I am 97% straight.
All right.
Newt Gingrich is one of the few guys that I've choke fucked.
But no...
I choke fucked Newt Gingrich. And he was in a position of power too. It's what he wanted.
He was the top.
He was the top, but boy, I did the choking.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you. We had to bring in a shop vac. The two of us nutted so much. It was like the Ghostbusters
We
were
were
in
like,
that room.
hurry, get some girls in here.
Hurry, quick.
My God, I thought he
DK
was.
the room.
I thought he was a squirter. The way that was
my
going.
Lord.
Monica began what she called intense flirting via eye contact and engineered brief public meetings. Morris came up with what he called triangulation. So they haven't even been doing it yet. I mean, they have, but not
Labeled.
Like now it becomes conscious, where I think before it was just instinct. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's Bill fast forwarding Newt Gingrich's plan, his agenda. So Bill would stand apart from both parties while taking ideas from each.
What a great idea from the Republican advisor you have.
Yeah. Who could have seen this coming?
Give him what he wants so fast that he runs out of things that are on his agenda.
Yeah. But that is so fucking stupid.
It's
to be
so
like,
dumb.
They'll be done right-winging eventually. Then they'll run out. Then we can, well, I don't know what we do then. I'll probably be dead, but whatever.
It's so dumb. Okay, but, you know, it's what they do. So the new strategy emboldened Bill, and after the Oklahoma City bombing in April 1995, which killed 160
We're back, baby.
yeah, woo. He went on 60 Minutes to discuss stopping future terrorists, which boosted his approval ratings. Bosnian genocide is going on.
Wow, look at this. Terrorism is a big boost in the polls.
And Bill finally set up talks in Dayton, Ohio, and this led to a very drunk Boris Yeltsin discussing Russia acting as a restraining force. And on November 21st, they agreed to a ceasefire.
I agreed to what?
What?
Wait, what?
I agreed to...
Does it still make sense and hold up? Okay.
Huge victory for Bill, who now looks stronger and more capable. Then congressional Republicans shut down the government over the budget. And Bill holds firm, and people blame the Republicans. When Bill met Bob Dole, Newt Gingrich, and House Majority Leader Dick Armey, he basically told them to fuck off. Armey tried to say something, and Bill cut him off and said he'd called Hillary a Marxist during the healthcare debate. Quote, I never, ever have and never expect to criticize your wife or any member of your family. That was it. The meeting was over.
Wow. I mean, what a rude thing to call her. What an insane thing to call her.
How dare you call my sociopath wife a communist?
She does not have that level of empathy, you asshole.
Gingrich told reporters he was upset because the meeting happened on Air Force One, and Gingrich comes out and tells reporters he's upset because Bill made him exit off the back ramp of the plane.
Go down the garbage chute.
And so then now papers start making fun of Gingrich for letting his feelings continue the shutdown of the government.
Oh, wow.
And they hammered him over this. There's like a famous, I think it's the Post, and it's like him with a baby bottle, like crying.
I remember. I don't know how. It looked doomed.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
It looked doomed when it was happening.
Yeah, it did. Gingrich said he was ignored, but Bill's staff then released a photo showing Bill chatting with him. Bill's approval ratings climbed higher. With the shutdown, the West Wing operated with a skeleton staff. And that meant interns.
Oh, ooh la la.
Monica
Lewinsky. And it also meant the lights weren't fully on.
Well,
Oops, government shutdown.
Uh-oh.
Guess we're going to have to go dark and
I guess
sexy.
we can use the strobe.
Hey, Monica, you see some candles and some flashlights over there?
The White House just became ski school.
It's always late night at the White House now.
Is it possible to get a hot tub in here? Ooh la la.
So
More interns. I mean, just fucking like, should we put more bananas in the chimp cage?
Monica Lewinsky is an unpaid intern and asked to help. She was one of the few people.
Unpaid intern in the White House is also fucking
It's fucking crazy. That
I mean,
we have
that's
unpaid
fucking
interns.
nuts.
But it keeps.
It's not a classic rock station.
Well, no, but it allows the rich to.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Of course, it's still insane.
Because no poor person can afford to do
Well,
that.
you do deserve a tip.
So she's down the hall from Bill answering phones, and she thought his glances are flirty. And once she left a room with Bill behind her and lifted up the back of her shirt enough to show off the top of her thong. That's like raw meat in front of a dog. I'm going to eat that.
Wow.
And at this point, my reputation, unfortunately, had been devastated so much by these false allegations.
By the hundreds of false allegations.
A lot of people were curious if they were hot enough for me to notice.
I can't help that I ended up on that throne.
I'm not a dead man.
Fuck me, I need to floss.
Shortly after, Bill took her through Stephanopoulos' office, then a hallway, into the study by the Oval Office.
Look at that.
She said she had a crush on him, and he asked if he could kiss her. And then they did. She gave him her number and went back to her position.
I cannot fucking believe that it's so that he gets her number.
It's like
crazy to think that that's how he got like, oh,
right?
cool, I'll hit you up.
Right?
That's great. I'll call you this week.
Maybe we'll go out on Tuesday.
What are you doing? you like bowling?
You like Tuesday tacos? They got a special.
Come on.
I've been passing notes to her during Pentagon meetings.
That evening, he told her to meet him again.
Oh, God, he's so ready.
She did after taking off her underwear. They met in the hallway, kissing and partially undressing, and then went into the study. The phone rang.
Hello?
Bill picked it up and spoke to a congressman and fondled her to, quote, an orgasm or two. He talked on the phone as she blew him, but he stopped her before he came, saying they didn't know each other well enough.
Wow, what the fuck? What a I mean, that's one of the craziest things I've heard. I mean, in all of this. I think Vince Foster was killed. That's fucking nuts. What?
Well, when you got Bob Dole on the phone, you don't want to have to go through
Are you there, Mr. President? Are you there, Mr. President? What's happening? Are you falling, Mr. President? Coming where? Are you coming down to Congress? What are you doing, Mr. President?
Well, you wouldn't know.
Well, all right. Anyway,
Bob, you know how you hold that pen?
absolutely.
She's holding something like that.
Who's
right
she,
now.
Mr. President?
I can only come if I'm talking to Senator Bob Kerry on the phone.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, Monica, I won't finish anything. So.
They met again 2 nights later. Again, she blew him while he was on the phone.
Well, now,
And this
hold on.
time you can come because I know you.
And that was the end of part 2.
Oh, fuck me.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
It's really getting hot now, though.
That's true. That's true. This is now.
Now it's hot.
This is the next era of Bill Clinton.
Yeah. Well, this is after he came. After he, I mean, it's.
I don't think he came for a long time. I think that his thing was like, don't come.
Oh, you think he was?
Was he one of those guys?
I feel like he's doing it because he fears what is actually coming. I feel like he was like,
I think it's
semen is a problem.
Or
think
he thought he had fixed his problem and he was being a good boy for a year?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's one of two
But I
things.
mean, we've all like the idea. There is no good part of getting a blowjob to right before you come. I would rather no blowjob than a cumless blowjob.
Unless you go to some pastor on the Sunday who goes, that was the right thing.
Well, at one
or
point,
unless you're, yeah.
At one point, he was like, she blew him, and he was like, "There's people waiting for me outside on the other side of that door." So
I can't make it look like I put a Krispy Kreme in my boxers.
So she stopped, and then she tried to go out another door, and she couldn't get. So she came back, and he was like jerking off to finish it. So,
So he, yeah, right.
Oh, okay, right.
So he does want to come in the mouth. I think he does.
I think it's one of two things. He thinks.
Can we email him, Aaron? Is that possible?
I think he thinks it's not fully cheating, or two, evidence.
He fucking got his cock out.
Never had sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah. But I did let her suck my cock for 20 minutes and I jacked off into a book.
Or maybe him and Hillary had a deal. Just don't come in him.
Just don't finish. Just don't finish.
Just don't come in him, and don't come in me either. You did it once.
No coming, bad boy.
Wow.
Either way.
I've been holding my load in so much I'm right wing.
Either way, it's very weird.
Well, there you go. All right.
That's part 2.
All right. Fucking A. Jesus
Our boy.
Christ.
It's worse. It's just.
Oh, it's getting worse. It's getting worse.
It's definitely getting.
He's winning. He's gonna start winning again, but that's bad.
Brittany Cohen Brown did the research. Sources: The Survivor, Bill Clinton in the White House by John F. Harris. First in his class, a biography of Bill Clinton by David Marinus.
Luke, it might be nice for you to eat a possum candy cane over there while we're wrapping out.
A Vast Conspiracy, the real story of the sex scandal that nearly brought down a president by Jeffrey Toobin. Bill Clinton, New Gilded Age President by Patrick Maney. The Life of Bill Clinton, 2004. Living History by Hillary Rodham Clinton. Shattered Inside Hillary Clinton's Doomed Campaign by Jonathan Allen. Monica's Story by Andrew Morton. The War Room, The Clinton Affair, the Linda Tripp tapes. Footage of Bill Clinton's testimony to the grand jury, footage of Bill Clinton's testimony in Paula Jones' deposition, the Star Report, transcript of Monica Lewinsky's grand jury testimony, AP footage of Bill Clinton's address to the nation, articles, How the Clintons Went from Dead Broke to Rich, the Washington Post, 1994 Crime Bill and Beyond, How the Federal Funding Shapes Criminal Justice, the 08 Race, The Other Clinton Steps Up, Clinton's Camp Seeks Gentler Role for Ex-President in the New York Times, Clinton Campaign Advisors, Bill Clinton Needs to Stop, CNN, the 1994 Crime Bill. Did the 1994 crime bill cause mass incarceration? The Brookings Institute. Brookings Institute is a really great one to cover up really bad shit that's happened. Can Biden center hold? New Yorker magazine.
I know the answer to that article.
Bill Clinton concedes role in mass incarceration. CNN. Trump offers no evidence for a claim about Bill Clinton and Epstein Island. Factcheck.org. Confessions of a Clinton World Exile. Vanity Fair. The Politician, Bill Clinton's Life, The New Yorker, Arkansas Prisoner Blood Scandal, Encyclopedia of Arkansas, The Bloody Truth, Examining America's Blood Industry and Its Tort Liability Through the Arkansas Prison Plasma Scandal, Mary Business Law Review, testimony by Kelly Duda, created the Factor 8 documentary for the Infected Blood Requiree.
The blood thing is crazy.
Yeah, thebaffler.com, Casualties of Clintonism. Politico, Hillary Clinton email, monthly review, neoliberalism from Reagan to Clinton.
That's a good title.
Remarks signing the telecommunications.
Alt title for America.
Remarks signing the Telecommunications Act at the presidency.ucsb, and how Monica Lewinsky saved Social Security on Counterpunch.